All right, level 3 is calculating the average given the frequency counts of all the data but without a table. So, and sometimes we'll be missing some values. So I'm going to actually change level 3, the first question here, just to make it, it's a little bit harder, but it's going to help you in the long run. So we're going to keep the first sentence. It says the average age of the first 15 soldiers is 24. The other 14 is 26. What you need to add is that the average age of all of the soldiers, of all the 30 soldiers, is 25. So average age of all 30 soldiers is 25. So we're talking about 30 soldiers here. The average age of all of them is 25. The first 15 have an average age of 24, and the other 14 is 26. Now I'm going to change the question too. Sorry about that. Instead of what is the age of the average soldier, since we already know that, I'm going to say what is the age of the remaining soldier. So basically, what is the last guy's age to make the average age 25? Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this here. So let's make a frequency table. We've got soldiers on one side and then age on the other. So I know that the first 15 soldiers, their average age is 24. The next 14 soldiers, their ages are 26. So in order to account for the last soldier, okay, if we add 15 plus 14, that's 29. And if I need one more to make 30 because I know that there are 30 soldiers altogether. So I'll put one more soldier, but I don't know his age, so I'm going to call it X. Okay, now I'm going to talk about what I'm going to divide by. So I'm going to we want to know what is the age of the remaining soldier. And we're talking about age per number of soldiers. So on the top it'll be age, and the bottom will be number of soldiers. Okay, and when we talk about age, we're talking about like the number of combined years of all the soldiers. So I'm going to take 15 times 24. And I could add 24, 24, 24, 15 times, but I'm just going to multiply it. Same thing with 26. I'm going to take 14 times 26, and then I'm going to take 1 times x. And I'm going to divide that by 30 because there are 30 soldiers. And set it equal to 25 since that is the average age of all of them together. And now I'm just going to combine like terms and simplify. So 15 times 24 plus 14 times 26 is going to be 724 plus x over 30 plus 25, and then I'll multiply both sides by 30. So I get x plus 724 equals 750. I'm running out of room. And then I'll just subtract 724 from both sides. And x is going to equal 26. So that means in order for the average age of all the soldiers to be 25, the last guy has got to be 26 years old. Okay, last one. It says pencils cost 50 cents and each pen cost $1.25. If 10 pens were bought and the average price for everything purchased, all the writing instruments, pens and pencils, were $1, how many pencils were purchased? Okay, so I'm going to make another chart here. So on one side I'm just going to say writing, like writing instruments, pens or pencils. And then on the other side it's going to be cost. Okay. So again we want cost per writing utensil. Okay, so we've got two different writing utensils. We have pencils and we have pens. Well, I know how many pens I bought. Those are 10, and that costs $1.25. But I don't know how many pencils were bought, so I'm going to call that X. But I know that those are 50 cents each. And then what I know is that I have writing instruments that average to be $1. So again, I'm going to total up the cost, but if I bought 10 pens, I need to do 10 times the cost of $1.25 plus the number of pencils I bought times their cost, and that's going to equal $1. And then I need to divide, and here's where it gets tricky. I need to divide by the number of writing utensils I bought. Well, I know I bought 10 pens, but I don't know how many pencils I bought. So I'm going to say just x plus 10 for their total. Okay, hang in there, we're almost done. So we're going to cross multiply. So I have 1 times x plus 10 equals 12.5 plus 0.5x. So distribute the 1. And I'll just continue solving. So x is going to equal 5. That means I bought 5 pencils. So I think my final answer would be D.